Hello, students. In this lecture, we will be unpacking a specific fourth grade standard and discussing how to determine student learning goals. But first, let's review the difference between procedural and conceptual. Again, remember, procedural is the how, the physical steps we want our students to take, the habits that they need to achieve mastery. And again, the conceptual is the why, the actual principles and ideas that they need to understand and apply. So, the standard we will be focusing on today is a fourth grade ELA standard, RL 4.3, which has students describing in depth a character setting or event, drawing on specific details. And in this case, we are going to be zooming in on characters. The task at hand is to identify the narrative character's perspective. So, the procedural habits that students will need is first to be able to identify that perspective as what a character thinks. And the physical habits they need is to annotate the character's actions and dialogue throughout the text in order to determine what the character is thinking. Again, our task is the same. Identify the narrative character's perspective. Again, perspective is what a character thinks. So, the conceptual knowledge, the principles and ideas that students need is that they need to keep track of the character's actions and dialogue throughout the text. And as good readers, consider what do their actions and dialogue reveal about what they think about blank. Now, as great educators, we always need to think what knowledge do students need from the previous grade level to achieve mastery in this grade level? In this case, we are looking at third grade standards. Here, in order to identify a fourth grade character's perspective, students need to be able to identify traits and motivation in third grade, which is RL 3.3. Succeeding standards. The same applies for preparing students for the next grade level. We also need to think about what they need to achieve in fourth grade to be successful in the next grade, which in this case is fifth grade. And the standard they need to work towards is 5.3, comparing and contrasting characters, settings, and events. Lastly, we will be determining student learning goals. So, our next steps are as follows. Please ensure that you study and internalize the material from both lectures. When we return from class, we are going to take a quiz that covers BAM, the difference between procedural and conceptual, and create one student learning goal based on the lectures. After that, we will then have a class discussion about all concepts covered in both lectures. Thank you.